Hi there, students. Shunt. Shunt. Okay, either a verb or a noun. Let's see, to me the basic meaning of to shunt is on railways where wagons are moved from one line to another. They are shunted. They are pushed or pulled by an engine, and they're pulled from one railway line to another. Or the carriage was shunted off the main line onto a siding. Yeah. There used to be, when I was a kid, there used to be this large shunting yard in Oxford railway station. Certainly something I remember. But that itself is very technical. Let's see, we very often use this word to shunt, meaning to move somebody or send somebody somewhere because they are inconvenient. So the kids were shunted off to camp for a month during the summer. Yeah. This employee was shunted from branch to branch because nobody could get on with him. Yeah. So to shunt, to move, this is disapproving. Yeah. I was shunted from the department that I worked in, where I was very happy, to the accounts department. I was moved. Yeah. I was pushed from one place into another. Yeah. Okay, so this is the idea of to shunt. Also, in British English, you can have a shunt, an informal word for a car accident. So there was a high-speed shunt between a car and a lorry. Yeah, or there was a pile-up on the motorway. It was clearly a five-vehicle shunt. Yeah, a five-vehicle crash. And this is the idea of to shunt. Okay, so to move something from one place to another because you don't really want it and you don't really consider the unpleasant effects for the person. Yeah, the children were shunted off to the grandparents for the weekend so that the parents could have a good time. Maybe as programs get less popular, they're shunted into more peripheral viewing slots. Yeah, not the main ones. Okay, in medicine, a shunt is, well, a passage that allows liquid, particularly blood, to move from one part of the body to another. There are also natural shunts in the body where to equalize pressure in different places. But a shunt, a place like a bypass, if you like. Yeah. Very often shunt operations fail and they need to be done again or replaced after a short amount of time. Yeah, so to shunt, yeah, this is quite a good one. Seals, this animal that lives in the sea. Seals shunt blood away from the surface of their body to maintain their body temperature and keep warm. Yeah. Yeah, he's always trying to shunt his problems aside, to move them aside somewhere else. Okay. You can also use a shunt in electricity. I think a shunt is effectively a place where you can connect various different things in parallel. Yeah, and you can then vary the current for them. Okay, so to shunt, to move from one railway line to another, to move carriages from one, to push or pull them. To shunt, to divert, to put aside, to move to a less important place or position or something like that. Okay, in computing, to shunt, to move the data in the memory to a physical disk. So you move it from the RAM to the physical disk. Shunt in electricity, to shunt, to divert the current by providing a different path for it. Yeah, a shunt, an informal word for a car accident. Yeah, there was a shunt at the traffic lights. And then, yes, in medicine, to divert the flow of a bodily fluid, normally blood, a bypass or something like that. Okay, so let's try this formality. I was shunted from place to place. I'd give it a 6 in formality, use it absolutely anywhere. The carriages were shunted from one line to another. 5 in formality, use anywhere. The electrical one is probably rather technical. I think I'd probably give it a 7 for technicality, as is the medical one as well. And then this car crash, a shunt, I'd give it 3.5 in formality. Okay, so effectively mostly to shunt, to move from one place to another. So to shunt off, to get rid of somebody. They shunted him off to the department in Tierra del Fuego at the bottom of Latin America. Okay, yeah, so to shunt. I was shunted around from place to place. Okay, so let's try some etymology. Let's see. There's a Middle English word shonten, meaning to move rapidly, to jerk. Yeah, and probably it comes from some sort of Germanic origin. There's a Danish word skind, to hasten, to hurry. Yeah, or a Norwegian word skinder, to hurry or rush. Yeah, but I would be interested if you can add any more etymology to this word. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To shunt. A shunt.